Trump coin fucked up everything I thought that was going to happen over the short time.
If there's ever been a top signal as big as a big red button, that was it. Him launching that coin basically said it's crime season. But we know, like, that's what he's saying.
The content presented in this podcast is intended for informational and educational purposes only. It should not be considered as financial advice, and listeners are encouraged to conduct their own research or consult with a qualified professional before making any investment decisions.
Crypto flip.
Started with 1K last March, ran it up to about 500K by July on meme coins. Quit my job, tried my hand at perp trading Sol and BTC, went to literal zero in about 2 weeks. Proceeded to take out loans and use family members' credit cards to live off and chase trade. Now, I'm still at zero and in over 15K worth of debt. Destroying all of my relationships in the process.
Bro, this has got the title of the worst confession ever, man.
Nah,
It might be the it's a top contender. It's a top contender, and on so many layers. But Rick, you go first.
So you're not back to zero, my guy. You're minus 515 bags, my guy. That's all I have to say for the very first instance. Well, minus 15 grand. Let's say you started with 16 grand because you started with 1K. Yo, if you had something that worked so well for you, why did you stop doing that to chase? I don't know. But you know what though? I can't even hit him too much because he's just chasing gains. Fast gains.
But sorry to cut you off for it, but sometimes when you go through certain things, you feel like you need to graduate to the next level. You might have looked at meme coins and think, you know what, that's beneath me now. You know, let me get onto the thing.
Beneath me.
That's why you cut your clock. Like, how can it be beneath you? But hey, carry on, Rick.
Bro, to be honest, I see where he's coming from. Like, I've seen my portfolio and I'm like, do you know what? If I caught these on margin, I'd be clear. Like, we've all seen it. You've done 100x. Like, if you caught 100x on margin with decent size, bro, you're clear. You're clear on 20x, winning. But yeah, that's why my futures account, bro, it's separate to everything spot related, and it's a small bag. And if it goes to zero, then I've hang up the boots. But yeah, this guy has no risk management whatsoever. So yeah, all of this he deserved this. And to take out more money when you're already in the red, my guy, you fucked up.
Dude. What's that saying again? That, you know, every bull market is littered with the blood of perp traders. And he's just another example, fam, because bro, you were up 500,000. You could literally taken out 450K to take care of yourself and just gamble the rest of the way. Who cares? Buy some spot, buy some perps, buy whatever, buy more mint coins. It's up to you. But this is all greed. It's all greed. And greed is one of the most. It's probably the worst thing of all. Like, it's not people. I know people say it's gluttony, but it's actually greed and that's one of the reasons why the market will always be here long after us, fam. Not long after we become fossil fuel to the ground and it will feed in the earth. The market will still be going because of that greed emotion, fam. Because one, you were up. Stick to what you know. You had an edge in Lincoln. You had the degenerate mind to figure out what are the good coin to pick up. You made your money there. Why would you try and go perp trading? Bro, margin trading, or should I say leverage trading, is mostly for people that are that don't have a lot of money, or that people that have money, they try to maximize their capital. Literally, that's it. Because in doing that, not only are you increasing your upside, but you also increasing your downside risk. So when you decide to put all your entire 500K into a perp trading, what do you think was going to happen? With no experience and nothing coming from Minko. This guy literally treated regular and dino coins market like it's meme coin. So I'm along from here, this is the bottom, and I'm gonna do 50x. Wipe out. But like I said, like, this is my first cycle where I'm actually using perps. I'm actually doing dabble a little bit of margin trading. And my margin trading portfolio is erratic as hell, fam. It's like sweet. Literally, like last night, yeah, I'm glad I cashed out my virtual profit because
I'm so happy he did.
bro, I had an entry at 272, and I'm like, this is gonna pull back. It's got that. It had that mad reversal pattern. And I'm like, yeah, this is gonna pull back. Let me do my profit. Took my profit and ran. You know what I mean? But the old me for the other cycle, like, nah, we got a long way to go, and then just round trip that back. But yeah, like the margin for error when you're leverage trading is so small. It's even worse than meme coin. I would say that.
Bro.
Rich,
I've got to confess, bro. I've got to confess.
Uh-oh. Live confession from
Saturday morning.
one of the co-hosts.
Saturday morning, yeah. Fucking Trump came out Friday evening, right? Trump's doing madness. Cool. Saturday during the day, Trump gets listed on most of the exchanges, like a good amount of exchanges, and can be traded with margin. So I'm like, okay, cool. The money print up. Brrr. Bro, woke up in the morning on Sunday morning, bro. Bang the trade. Did 4,200 up on Trump. Well, it went up to like 5.5 grand. Cool. I sold that 4,200. And then I decided, yeah. Bro, I'm still in bed, you know, like not even brushed my teeth, not even like looked over at my wife, bro. I'm just on my phone. I'm just like, I've made it, bro. I'm it. Like, call me Warren Buffett. Then I slapped on a short. Bro, that is the fastest I've ever seen 4 grand leave my account in my life. It was instant, bro. And I'm just like, yeah, nah, this futures thing it's no joke, bro. I had to grab a Sui trade to end up in profit for the day of like $20. Like, so imagine, yeah, bro, like this, it's not for everyone. And to be honest, right now, I am so put off futures trading. I'm so put off leverage, futures, margin, contract, perps, everything. Right now, I just like, I've had some burns, bro.
Bro, but you're not the only one. May I ask you what leverage did you use on that Trump trade?
It wasn't even that bad, bro. It's like 15x, 10 to 15x.
Oh wow!
And I fucked up the sizing on the short. I fucked up the sizing on the long. I was reasonably sensible. I put like 30% of the portfolio. On the short, I don't know what I was thinking. I did 50%. So obviously the liquidation level was really, it was like, it was low. But you see the thing, it was volatile. So yeah, but man, that was the wickedest round trip. So yeah, I'm done with Trump.
Like even you that you've been part of multiple cycles, bro.
The euphoria, man. I don't know what came over me.
Trading is a high probability game. You know what I mean? You set up a trade at resistance or support based on what you believe the next. Okay, cool. I believe there's a 70% chance we go up, but it's also a 30% chance we go down. So you got to manage your risk. So instead of risking, in Ricardo's case, obviously hindsight is 2020. Instead of doing 50% because you want to lock in your profit, you shouldn't risk no more than 5-10% of a portfolio because you never know what happened. You know what I mean?
Facts.
So I think, and again, what it is whenever you start winning, dude, it just clouds your judgment, man. Like, yo, I just figure that, bro, market will humble you. It's as simple as that. And this Donny here coming from a meme coin market, guy was treating it like it was a meme coin market, fam.
It's not for everyone.
Using perps. Oh, my days.
It's not for
Perps
everyone.
will kill your bank account if you're not careful. Trust you.
Kill you as a person, bro. Perps will kill the person you think you are, bro. Because I woke up that morning thinking I was the man, bro. But bro, I went to shower, 5 grand, went to shower, man's like, went back into bed.
Shower.
Yeah, bro. Went back to bed. I'm like, yeah, fuck that. I'll just bag some more. Never again, bro.
What makes this worse is that, sorry to cut you off, Eric, and then I'll let you go after this with Iris. What made it worse is not that because if you really start 1K, you run up to about $500,000. It's not so bad. You know what I mean? Where this guy really went wrong is he's now chasing that profit. You're now getting into debt, using family's credit card, living up credit card. Bro, go get a job. Go get a job, because what you're doing is destroying a relationship. When you're really down and out and you have no home or roof over your head, you can't go back to this man because you already ruined that relationship.
But bruv, I can fully see where he's coming from. That's the
100.
Because
100%,
once you hit that
100%.
loss, bro, once you have that L, you're like, oh, I need this shit. I need this shit. And we won't talk about it, bro. We talked about it all the time, but yeah.
No, for sure.
You just have to be disciplined, man.
It's crazy. Like, for him, Like he did the 500x, right? And he took his account, and he should be living large. Obviously, his eyes like were just seeing things that other people were doing, and thought, "Right, man can have like 4-5 mil and 10 mil," and there's nothing to say that he couldn't get there. But when you change just because you're proficient in one area, or just because you did well in one area, doesn't mean that it'll carry over to another area. Like, and I think that's the lesson here. You really have to know where you have your edge, stick to it, and there's nothing wrong with dabbling in other things. But if you're gonna do that, you have to just learn whilst you're doing it. And how do you learn? You learn with a small amount until you become proficient. So if I'm a great meme coin trader, it doesn't mean I'm going to be a great perp trader or great at looking at fundamentals.
Not at all. Not at all. Like, you could be even worse because it's a complete opposite market. Like,
Exactly.
honestly, with meme coin, you really don't need to use leverage. If you're using leverage, you have to be very careful with that. You know what I mean? And when you're chasing profit in meme coin market with perps, man, you're just increasing your downside risk for even further. That's all you're doing, because you're borrowing and get your margin, you're borrowing with margin, and there's no guarantee that the trade you put on is gonna bang. And if it doesn't bang, that's it. I can't blame fam. It's so easy. But listen, I blame people that I don't blame people, but this Dunner was definitely what you're looking at. People that were flexing their $1 million P&Ls on X. Like, I want to let them, man. I just did 2X. I bet he didn't even do 2X. He probably did 10X or something. He probably did 50X or something. And he got wiped out, because for him to get wiped out like that shows he had zero risk management, man. Zero. Like, literally zilch.
Yeah, it's crazy. Let's go on to the next one. I feel absolutely terrible, and it's all because I'm missing out on this incredible bull run. I spent so much time honing my strategies, analyzing trends, and dreaming of the day I could dive into the market with full force. But here I am, sidelined with no money left to invest. It wasn't from the lack of trying. I did everything I could to gather the funds, but it just didn't work out. The frustration of being prepared yet unable to act is eating me up inside. I see the market soaring, and all I can do is watch, knowing that my chance to make something of this opportunity has slipped through my fingers. It's disheartening it's disheartening to have all this knowledge and readiness and still be stuck at the starting line.
But wait. I'll go before you go, Aaron, before you go, Rick. This guy's saying he's prepared. You're not prepared, bro. Because, bro, you need money to make money, fam. So if you're already prepared, you'll make sure you had your wallets funded. You'll make sure all your strategies, all your systems up and ready. All this is just chat. You're just chatting. Honestly, you're just a chat, man. You're a gas bag. Because at the end of the day, all I'm hearing is talk, because it's still not too late. Like, bro, I can reset my entire portfolio today, cash out, be happy, and still enter the market again and make decent gains. Starting from scratch. I'll do my math. I'll start from 1K again. Honestly. So all this is just, you know what I mean? This is when, what do you call this again? No, this reminds you of when you have junior developers trying to become developers, or people that are trying to transition into like the tech space, trying to become coders or whatever you call them now. And, they get into that loop of tutorial hell loop, where like just going from tutorial after tutorial, but then never really learning anything. You're learning other people's way of coding, the style of coding, but you don't have a style of your own. You're not solving no problem, you're not building nothing. So, like, this guy seems to be one of those guys that always watching all the videos, taking all the notes, but he's afraid to make the jump. Because I think that's what it is. It's a fear of, oh, but if I invest, what if I wasn't, what if I mess it up? You never know until you try. You know what I mean? Shout out to all the people that are actually in the trenches, they're actually risking their hard-earned money. So, I don't want to hear that. You know what I mean? This guy sits down, it sounds like a beta meltdown. So, misread this guy, fam.
I would like to pass on my heartfelt wake the fuck up, because how can this Donny say that he's sidelined and he tried his best? Like, are you telling me? And I get it, there's people out there that literally have no money to invest. But are you telling me you have no money to invest? Like, completely no money, bro. Like, zero? You can't even get in the market at all? I'm baffled, bruv. Like, zero? Fam, if you were truly ready as well, like, and you have the knowledge, you wouldn't just be thinking about how can I get into the market. You'd be like, all right, if I have this stronger conviction, who can I hit up that I can get in the market with, and maybe they can run me a profit share? Like, you're not trying hard enough, my guy. You're just not. All these excuses about you don't have enough money. But go to bed, man. You're not serious. Anyway, whenever you do
Bro.
jump in the market, I bet you go 10x long on anything, because man need people like you in the market, bro. Because
With the
liquidity.
exit liquidity, fam. Come on. As where you go. This guy, yeah, he claims he's ready, he claims he's gold and knows everything, he knows all the strategy. But if you're so sure about if you're so confident about a strategy, bro, I'm sure you're still eating. I'm sure you still probably got a nice car. You know what I mean, fam? Bro, go fast 30 days, bro. Ramadan come early, fam. Fast for 30 days. Don't eat something. And go, bro. All that money you're gonna use to eat. Hey, put on the mint coin or something. Like, do something, fam. Because all I'm hearing is excuses. That's all I hear from this. I don't want to hear nothing else. It's all excuses.
Yeah, it's nuts. Have you ever seen that meme where they say when you sell your PS5, you go the hood bankruptcy? That's what my man needs to do. He needs to start selling everything. If you really about it, get your hustle to get 1K. Start flipping things on eBay. Start, doing whatever you need to do. Make that 1K. You don't even need 1K. Let's say $500. And then you can work from there. Get in the meme coin trenches, get some airdrops, farm some airdrops, whatever. So there's ways to get around it. I understand that obviously the economy, especially in the private sector, is not great right now. But if you in this world, you kind of make what you put in. So if you really want to hustle hard, I'm sure you can make it. But yeah, clearly you don't want it as much as you claim you want it. So it is what it is. Welcome back to the Crypto Flip Podcast. I am your host, Harris King, and I am joined once again with my co-hosts, Ricardo and Deji. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you're watching us on YouTube. And if you're listening to us, don't forget to leave a review on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you like to listen to your podcasts, because it really helps us out. And if you leave a comment, review, we will read it out for sure. So, wow, what a week, what a week, what a week. On the 18th, which was Saturday in the UK and Friday in America, somebody famous, somebody a bit more than famous, somebody rich, powerful, somebody you might know, Donald Trump, launched a meme coin before he was president. I repeat, the now president of the United States of America
Has a meme coin.
launched and still has a meme coin. So let me talk you through the events, and then we'll sort of give our perspective, because it was wild. And funny enough, I was actually up at this time. I think it was around 3 or 4 a.m., but I was up. So, Donald Trump on his Truth Social platform wrote a message saying, my new official meme is here. It's time to celebrate everything we stand for, winning. Join my special Trump community. Get your $ Trump now. And then and then he put the URL, have fun. And then there's an image with him with his fist in the air, and it says fight, fight, fight. Now, and then he also posted this to X afterwards. When I initially heard about this, I was in bed and I was looking and I was like, okay, this might be fake. So I went on this X to confirm, and it was there. And by this time, it's been like an hour or two. And I was like, is this fake? And then I was thinking to myself, if this was fake, because of who Donald Trump is, Elon Musk would himself come out and say, look, there's been a hack, blah, blah, blah. We're working on this. Don't trust whatever's coming. And he'll get a defensive position because it'll make X look bad. If the president gets hacked, your platform is it's finished. So I was thinking to myself, I don't know if it is hacked, but it's wild. It was just so brazen. We'd never seen anything like it that I thought to myself, this is making me think this is less of a hack the longer I'm thinking about it. So I went on the website and then I was looking at it. And previously, obviously, Trump's launched NFTs. And I looked at them. I never bought any, but I kind of know what the website was like. And it reminded me of the same. And then I looked at the bottom of the website, and I think it had like more information about, you know, the team or whatever. And then I realized that it was the same people, more so from like the style of the website and just certain markers just made me think this is the same thing. So I was like, okay, it's not a scam, and it's been up for 2 hours, so it's highly unlikely it's a scam. So no, I was like, okay, it's not a scam. Let me actually look at it. So I was doing some research, and because of like the fact that the team was holding 85% or more of the token,
Yeah.
that then put in some new doubt into my mind. So it's like, okay, so it's not a scam, but what if they dump? So then I was like, I was to and fro in. At this point, it was $7 billion FDV. If it was like a few hundred million, I might have just taken a punt. But because it was already so high, I was like, I don't know. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna sleep on it. If it's still around tomorrow, you know, calm. I woke up, the thing is at 20 billion. I'm like, what? The 20 billion FDV is not the same as market cap because obviously they hold 85%. So I'm like, Ross, 20 billion, it's gone. Let me just charge it to the game. I'll keep it moving. Next thing I know, the thing is still rising. Obviously, it hasn't hit mainstream news yet. And then I start seeing messages from friends that are not really in crypto. Oh, do you hear about this Trump coin?
Top
Head in my hands. I'm like, now it's definitely too late. And it's like 40 something dollars. Then I was like, I think this. Then from there, it obviously hit a high of like $75, $80, and then boom. We will get into the second part of the story after we hear your guys' perspective. Where were you? What was your reaction? And what was your strategy?
Yeah, so I was sleeping. I woke up
Me
about
too,
7
bro.
a.m.
Me too, bro.
Yeah, facts. I woke up about 7, 8 o'clock. I look at my phone. I'm seeing bare Trump. I see some messages from some of my trader guys. Yo, one of my friends just did 800x on this. Brother, I jump on deck screener. I look at the thing. I'm like 85%. I just message him back saying, brother, that's a scam. At this point, it was $4 billion market cap. So FDV would have been something like 20. I don't know. Probably a bit more. And at this point, it was like $17 to $18. I'm like, brother, it's a scam. It's a scam, bro. It's a scam. And then he's like, nah, my friend's, yeah, he's doing serious numbers on this. I'm like, bruv, your friend's lying to you, bruv. It's a scam, bruv. And then, bruv, I'm not gonna lie. Wife, son, playing and shit. You know when you just leave the room, bruv? I just have to be like, yo, hold on. I go around my computer. I look at the website. I'm like, okay. I look at Twitter. I'm like, I look at True Social. I got to Donald Trump's page. I'm like, if they hacked his Twitter, they would have to hack his Truth as well. Or maybe they like have a gun to like his social media person's head.
Come on.
And then it just keeps going up, and I'm just like, and I even dropped it in my Telegram chat. I'm like, at 4 mil market cap, and I'm like, yo, do not buy this thing, bruv. You see, after I did that research, 20 minutes later, I was like, yeah, I shorted it and did 80% up. I think it went up to like $35 and then came back down to 20 something. I'm like, there's no way this thing can survive and be this big. So yeah, the first trade I made on it was a short, but I'm like, I am not buying this spot. But yeah, I was just in complete disbelief, and I'm like, the guy's not mentioned it once. I'm seeing people like crypto bulls. It's just like, as the day went on, it just slowly got more and more real that this is a real thing. And yeah, and then yeah, I give my second input in part 2. But yeah, that's where I was at. That's what I was doing, and that's how I came to see it.
Honestly, Eric, my story is similar to yours. Like for some reason, like bro, I was feeling fatigued, so I'm like, I'm gonna go bed early tonight, just not stay up and be in trenches for no freaking reason, so I can have energy for the weekend with the family and everything, and then have time in the evening to look at the charts. The one time I go to bed early, True said, even though it was released at 3 a.m. UK time, between 3 and 4, that's when it officially dropped. So I would have been probably asleep or going to bed at that time. So there's likelihood of me catching it was probably still less than 2-3%. And when I woke up in the morning, you know what it is. Everyone's talking about it on Telegram or with the meme group. What's called them? Telegram groups were just flexing their P&L. Oh, life-changing money. I put in this amount. I'm in $1 million. I'm like, bro, this is gonna be cap. This is gonna be cap. In disbelief, I go on X. I'm like, wait, Trump. Oh, okay. When was it last tweeted? 6 hours ago. Okay, is it fake? It's not fake. Because if you guys remember, we've had a situation where like people have been hacked before. The time when we had the Bitcoin ETF news, one hacker degen hacked the SEC Twitter profile and basically leaked the news. Even though it was correct, he leaked the news way early, and the market went up and tanked once they announced that it was hacked. But in that span, I think the action that the X took was within 15 to 30 minutes. The Twitter post was deleted, and they send out statements rectifying everything. So I'm like, okay, if this is still there, then let me see what Elon is saying. Quiet as a ghost. Okay. Let me see if there's anyone talking about this thing being fake. The only thing that was suspicious about this meme coin launch is that 80% was controlled by the Trump family. And that still made me, it made you hesitant, Harris. It made me hella hesitant because that is the true definition of centralization right there. But DJs didn't care. They just kept bidding and bidding and bidding and bidding. And this is where I realized, you know what? I think this is going to the moon. Well, not the moon literally, but it was going to do well. And it was head to stay. Was when Upbit, Binance, Coinbase, I'm like, oh no. Not the tier ones. That means these men were up in the trenches, accumulating a portion of the supply so that they can offer it on spot on contract listing. So I was shocked. I'm still shocked that he did this. But after digesting it and everything, I realized why he done it. Because imagine the president of the United States launching a meme coin once he's been elected as president. Like it would literally send the space to a crazy frenzy. Worse than the one that you saw on Saturday/Friday night. You know what I mean? So he had to do it before he was sworn in. He did it. And even when he spoke about it, he didn't really say, he said, yeah, I launched it, but I don't know what he's doing. Or it's got a few billion. So what? I'm already rich. Like, there's nothing to me. Like, 3 billion is nothing to the crypto community. Like, you know what I mean? And the plan, there was so many bullish alpha coming from this as well. There was no rumor, there was speculation, that on-chain transaction of them using the profit to buy Bitcoin, Ethereum. I was just pulling my hair and I'm like, oh my God, I'm never gonna sleep again. Because literally, I'm never gonna sleep again, in fact. Because the one time I could, because it was worth a punt. If you were up at that time and you're like, you know what, it's noon, you know what I mean? Like,
Nah, man.
Bro, I think we would have punted. If it was during the day, there's a reason why it was launched at 11 p.m. US time, which was 4 a.m. UK time. There's a reason why it was launched at that time. When no eyes were looking at it, when most people are asleep, it's like, you're gonna release this thing and see what it does. It was a joke thing, and then it even ended up doing well. And now it's not a de facto. As soon as Trump does not get impeached, the Lincoln is greased to do well in his run. I'm not going to say it's going to go to $1,000, but it will do well. Every time he does something positive market, it will pump. You know what I mean? I honestly thought this is a scam. It's definitely a scam. 8% supply is definitely a scam. But I don't think it's a scam. He's already said he released it, but he doesn't care much about it. It's just this is a Lincoln project. So
You know what's mad?
What a time to be alive, honestly.
The time at which he posted the coin, which obviously wasn't him, but the time at which his team or Baron, I think it's Baron, bro.
Oh yeah,
that little 19-year-old Donny is killing it. I think the reason, the maddest thing about when the coin launched is they were at the crypto ball. They were at Trump held his own crypto ball. So he had all your brethren, all his crypto Donnies, all bare crypto CEOs, and then that's when he decided to get that coin launched. So, bro, them man were in the room, bro. So he didn't announce to say, hey, I'm gonna launch a coin, jump on your phones now and buy some. Bro, he waited until these men were at their weakest in his little party, waved. I think it's like a power play, bro. I think it was like some mad power play to say, you man are my bitches, and say for all the money that you put towards my campaign, but listen, man's gonna release a meme coin and you lot are gonna profit from it immediately. You're gonna catch shit late.
Nah,
Trump's a bit more sinister than he seems, bro.
Bro, the man's worth sorry to cut you off, Harris. The man is worth several billions. Of course, he's sinister than he looks, bro. You know what I mean? Oh, dad, don't let that. He doesn't have an innocent face. Don't let the looks fool you, dog. You don't get to that level of wealth by being a nice guy. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but you know what it is. Like I see two angles of it, because I've seen, like, when he was doing this campaign, I saw a little bit of like how he moves a little bit, and like, you know, he does a lot of things himself, but obviously his team will come to him and say, "Yo, you should do this," and it's like, "Yeah, cool, let's do it." So I wouldn't be surprised if the people who did the Trump cards was like, "Yo, obviously you can't do anything once you're president, but look, I got this meme coin thing. You're gonna make it the hugest thing. This is the idea. What do you think?" You're probably just like, "Yeah, why not? Why not?" It's gonna be the dominant talking point, and it's gonna go crazy. But you know what really like annoyed me at that time? When I was trying to analyze whether it was a scam or not, and when I decided it wasn't, and then I saw the 85%, I saw major KOLs, and rightly so, to be fair, was still saying it's a scam, and I saw it everywhere on my timeline, and it kind of tricked me out of not buying any at the time. So yeah, that was annoying. But like a few days after, I think 48 hours afterwards, his wife Melania also launched a coin. Now I can't remember what time this one launched.
That one ticked me off. That one really ticked me off.
It was 9 p.m. UK time.
Yeah,
9 p.m.
yeah.
UK time. Okay, so it was a bit earlier, but
On
so
Sunday.
that happened, and then Trump dropped about 30 to 40% because obviously all of the capital. Actually, we didn't even talk about that.
We didn't
So
even talk about the liquidity stock.
yeah, so we'll talk about that briefly before we move on to Melania. So if you were around at that time, if you looked at your portfolio, you probably thought it was going to zero because
Right.
and also it was on a weekend as well. So, you know, people might not have been able to
DJs
put
were
fresh
active.
capital or whatever. But everyone was taking their meme coins and their AI projects and the Dino coins, whatever they had, rotated it into Trump because they didn't want to miss the trade of a century, which meant that the whole market tanked except for Trump. And then obviously sent it to
Nope, not just Trump and
What's that?
Solana, because people were that was like 50% of the people that got into Trump. It was their first time owning Solana, bro, to rotate into Trump. Mad thing.
Yeah, definitely. So it really just sucked out the liquidity of the market and had to like Thanos and just take it everything. So yeah, just like that. So yeah, that was crazy. And then moving on to 48 hours later, Melania drops her own coin. I was awake, I saw it, and I was like, "Ah, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, the man's gonna make some nice money." So so basically, I saw this drop, and then I confirmed that obviously it was on her page. I said, "That's all I need to see." So it had already had a run up. I can't remember what it ran up to, but it had run up, and then it was on this pullback, and it was like 3 billion or so FDV. I said, "Perfect. Let me buy some." So I'm buying it. I'm trying to buy it anyway. Pressing the buy button, the thing's not going through. I'm like, right, how high do I have to have my slippage, the priority fee, etc.? So anyway, I raised it, put in what I needed to put in, and I was like, okay, this is cool. But now I'm thinking, right, like I want to liquidate my whole portfolio and put this all in the thing, or at least my Sol portfolio. So I went to my Sol, and then I tried to switch it, but then I realized that I didn't have enough Sol in my Phantom. So then I'm like, raw, okay, calm. Let me just go to an exchange, transfer some money, and send it back. Go to exchange number 1. Sorry, man. Sol withdrawals suspended. So it's like, raw, okay. Then I was like, okay, no problem. Let me send it in USDT to another exchange. So I sent it to exchange number 2, and then I converted it to Sol. And I was like, man tricked you, innit? Tried to send it, same thing. Suspended. I was like, "Ooh, it's a conspiracy. It's just a conspiracy." So I'm like, okay. And at this time, obviously, it's gone from like 3 billion. It's about 7-8 billion right now. And I'm like, it's not as good of an entry. Like, the longer this takes, the worse it gets. So I'm like, okay, this is the last thing I could do. Let me go to Simple Swap. and try and do like an exchange. So I exchanged some, can't remember where it was. Maybe it was some ETH or whatever. So anyway, I made the exchange. I'm waiting for it to come, but the network is congested. So it's about an hour now or something like that, and it's gone past. And now it's reaching like, it's about 14 billion. So I'm like, okay. I obviously still need to solve to swap my transaction, but I can't buy. Well, I'm not going to make a purchase at 14 billion. It just didn't make sense. So anyway, I got it. I got the Sol. It went to like 14.5 billion. I transferred it to my trading bot, and then fortunately it came in time because I think I sold around 10 billion. So it was a decent little amount of profit. And then yeah, I jumped out, and I think that was like the around the top.
You definitely sold around the top. I think the top was 18 billion market cap. Yeah, similar deal with to you really. But you know what? So obviously I got in at something like 4 billion market cap. And then I actually bought again later. But I only got it with like one Sol initially because that's all I had in my GMGN wallet. And then I got in later at like 8 billion. I think I sold everything around 12 billion. And it wasn't even, I actually slept on it, so it's a couple of days after. But yeah, it's fine. I doubled. I doubled 120x or something like that. No, sorry, 120%.
120x. I was like, that.
Yeah, 120%, which is cool. But yeah, with the liquidity suck that Trump did, and the liquidity suck from what do you call it? From Melania. Yeah, what this clearly indicated to me, bro, is like I lost faith in everything crypto. Because the whole premise behind crypto was we're building this really cool thing, you know, we're gonna be able to like replace MasterCard, transactions per seconds, sharding, nodes, like, you know, really strong blockchains to change the world and blah blah blah, and ledgers, you know, better than regular banking system and fractional reserves and all of that vaporware that people were selling as part of their tokens, bro. And it's been going on since ICO. It's been going on since ETH was created. Actually, even from when Bitcoin was created. So to see people hype and pile their whole life savings into Trump, bro, was a clear indication that all people care about in this space is money. All people give a fuck about in crypto, bro, is capital. And I don't know. I felt I didn't feel like that was 100% what it was. Like these whole narratives that are coming around, the only reason people put money into narratives is for profit. They don't care about AI agents, bro. They don't care about ZK roll-ups. Like go ask anyone that bought Trump. Fact, bro. They don't care about the tech. Go ask anyone that bought Trump if they know what a ZK roll-up is. Or if they know even what decentralized finance is. It's gonna be like, Trump pump?
Trump pump.
So it just made me feel like I've lost faith in the people that are in the crypto market. Also, the sheer number of KOLs, and us included, and people that I respect as traders that were fading it because they were like, nah, this looks unreal. Like this looks unbelievable. Like, is a clear indication. Like I thought those people were smart money. But they all ended up buying the position anyway, bro. Like everyone ended up jumping in at some point. So I'm just like, yeah, the space is full of degens. Like everybody in the space is a degen, myself included, because like I told you, man, about the leverage traded up and down. Like I didn't even realize I was that person to be like, oh yeah, this is gonna pump, so I'm just gonna buy it because yeah. Obviously it was the meme coin portfolio and yeah, it was the meme coin trading. But so it wasn't like, you know, I wasn't putting mad size on the trades. But yeah, generally, I just think the market's fried, bro. And if there was a top signal, I think that was just top signal number 15,985. Because, yeah.
Listen, I echo a lot of sentiment that you guys just mentioned. I mean, personally for me, I don't know if you guys felt the same way, but I felt cringy when I saw the launch of Millennial Token. Because I saw a pattern, like, well, who's next? Your son? And then your other son, and your other son. Like, you know what I mean? It's just, like, dude, if it wasn't because Bitcoin was demonstrating some like tremendous strength above 104, I wanted to just sell my entire portfolio if I'm just going to stables or something, because it was getting to a point where, like, we're probably gonna shoot the low again, where when we ran back down to 96, then we couldn't hold it and ran back down to basically 89K, 88K. I felt this is where we're going, because like it just felt like you said, like we went from, if you compare the 2 cycles ago, even though the ICO era was like a massive bubble, everyone was launching project right left and center. You could be a mechanic, you could launch a ICO project. It was a situation where, like, the narrative behind that is, when you invest in this ICOs, was vested, there was scheduled token release. And then obviously same thing can be implemented for these meme coins as well. Don't get it twisted, but if you're willing to have your money locked up for more than 6 months, you really believe in the tech. And then whether it was real tech or fake tech, or whether it was like BS and you believed in it. So at that time, I can say we probably cared more about the tech compared to now. I think this cycle has just been so weird, man. Like, Ethereum lagging, Solana outperforming Ethereum by night and day. Bitcoin is probably the only thing that's probably done what it's meant to do. Every other asset hasn't done it. It's still not. We're still running the old season. Like, bro, I'm gonna be 100 years old by the time old season comes around, fam. Because, like, if people keep and I think this is what my fear is. Like, if big celebrities, non-president aside, if big celebrities or like nation leaders are gonna start launching meme coins and rug pulling people, or using the profit to, benefit themselves, line their own pockets, whatever. This cycle is toast. Like, I don't want to hear no Bitcoin prediction of 700K. I don't want to hear no 200K. We'll be lucky to get to 140. We'll be lucky to get to 120. You know what I mean? And then I'm still waiting for that target. It still hasn't happened yet. We topped out 108 again. But honestly, man, I don't know how much to say about the Millennial token, because I thought, you know what, let me try and scalp something as well. But because everybody was just spamming the Solana it's called network, you have to pay more. You have to increase your slippage. You have to pay more priority fee. And I knew what was going to do as well as the Trump one, because whenever there's a better play compared to the original, it never does well. It's that when you release something with hat, Pippin with hat, or dog with hat, and then anything with hat after that never even came close to the peak of the previous original project. So I wasn't upset that my order didn't fill. The partial order that did fill, dude, I sold at 30% profit, which is nothing, in this space. So personally for me, my response to that launch was cringe, because I didn't like that. And then you go on your presidential inauguration, you didn't really mention crypto. I didn't expect you to, because the people would just, you don't want to be that president that gets impeached twice in the cycle. So I understand why I didn't mention it. Then obviously you did what you did. You did some okay things for the crypto community, which we'll get into later on in this pod, potentially, or the next one. But to me, my reaction was that cringe, because it was, if there's ever been a top signal as big as a big red button, that was it. That was it. And I hope I'm wrong, because, man, I just feel like there's so much more gains left in this market. But if it is, it's so be it, man. You have to be okay with the profit you have so far.
So let me ask you a question. Do you think it's wise at this point to buy Trump or Melania? Obviously not financial advice, but do you still see there's upside, or do you think that was just sort of a one and done thing?
So now that it's actually retraced back to, like, the strong support level, millennials had a strong sold off. I remember you got to about $20, and now it's around like $3 something, and Trump is now at $36. Like, it's had a massive sell off. So I'm not trying to say you can't catch it. Will catch a pump. The thing about it is, when the market is up, the only narrative we care about in this market space right now, and I think maybe it's because of the bad economy and the inflationary decade that we're in, as long as the narrative is prices going up, everything else will follow. Including the Trump coin, including this, including that. So a situation where, like, I still think you can catch a good bid and trade in these. Whether you want to buy and hold, so be it. I know someone that bought 5,000 worth of 5,000 Millennial tokens, which is worth around like 450K. You know what I mean? But he's he's trading with well sizes. So he really believes that there's upside on Millennial. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna do that. But in terms of, like, trading it, if I catch a good price, I definitely would.
What do you reckon, Rick?
Hell no, man. Stay the fuck away from them. Yeah, obviously, you know, the coin has had the most amount of marketing that's ever gone into a coin, really, into a meme coin.
That's crazy.
Obviously the president of the president of the world, fam, the people's president, has decided to launch a coin. And yeah, it could probably go to $100 at some point. But yeah, for me, bro, I'm probably never getting back into Trump unless he announces something crazy about it, like, you know, he's gonna liquidate X amount of it to do X, Y, and Z or something. He's gonna put that on the Fed balance sheet. I don't know. What would be crazy though is if this 80% that he made, he's like, yeah, I'm not even gonna keep it. I'm gonna put it on the US Treasury, the 85% that Trump media or whatever it is owns. Obviously, he won't do that, but that'd be insane. But yeah, I'm staying away. And for the Melania token, bro, that shit gone sub 1 billion now. Yeah, I'm never touching that shit again.
I think it will probably catch a bid here and there, but obviously I wouldn't bank on it.
Yeah, I mean, the craziest part of this whole thing is that Rex Osprey actually filed with the SEC to create a Trump ETF, and not just Trump, Bonk and Doge as well. So yeah, we could actually be getting. Say again.
There's a few more as well.
Yeah, so Bonk and
Doge,
Doge,
SHIB,
Trump,
Solana,
SHIB as well.
XRP.
I didn't see that.
But definitely Solana and XRP. They did about 5 or 6, and
Interesting.
They're running it as like a portfolio type, like coins from their portfolio. They wanna get ETS for, which is wild. And I
Very
looked
wild
up, and
indeed.
Rex Shares is like yeah, they're a proper ETF provider, which is crazy. But yeah, imagine if this shit goes through.
A meme coin ETF is crazy, man.
Joking.
Well, is it a meme coin ETF or a meme coin
No.
index?
But I'm just saying, imagining a meme coin is part of an ETF. It's insane.
Yeah, it is.
Now, what about the cycle is that? But speaking of where we are in a cycle, search terms like buy crypto and buy Solana are actually at 12-month highs. So is this now a top signal, or do you still think we have a little bit of room to go?
Rick.
I think the whole Trump coin fucked the entire market, man. Trump coin fucked up everything I thought that was going to happen over the short time. Imagine if all of that capital went into 10 or maybe like 10 good projects, bro. Like imagine if we saw something like 50 billion going to 10 good projects. That could have been crazy, but we haven't. We saw it go into fucking Trump coin, and then some pour into Melania. So yeah, I think I don't know anymore, to be honest. All of my indicators though are telling me that like the market's going long. Liquidity is increasing in the market. Short term and long term, I've seen like positive rate of changes in my trend probability indicators that I use. And so for me, I'm like, yeah, it's time to get back in, which is why I deployed the rest of the capital that I had sidelined. And now I'm like back into the market at 100%. But yeah, so I'm bullish in that sense, but I'm bearish on the fact that crypto is here for the technology. Crypto is just here for the money, and that's all it is.
Listen, you can't blame people because the economy is not the greatest right now. Even though people believe, I do think, say what you will about Trump, I think he would do much more than Biden ever did for the United States of America, because like the man is a capitalist. You know what I mean? He knows how to make money. He knows what to do. He knows what relation to hold, what to press. So I do think the economy it might get worse before it gets better, but it will definitely won't get worse under him. I mean, I could be wrong. It's all speculation, but I definitely know. I think he knows what he's doing in that regard. But I hear you, Vic. Like, I mean, come on. Like, the Trump was one thing cool, and then obviously, if you made millions, hey, listen, shout out to all the trench trader that made massive move on that. Shout out to you, because you stood for something, you believed in something, and I love that. You know what I mean? Shout out to everyone that made money on that. You know what I mean? I hope, you guys to profit. I hope you guys are up. I hope you guys can change your families. I hope you can change your life. But I can't lie to you. I can't keep saying it. Like, yes, I'm bullish, bro. I'm bullish on this market long term. And in the short term, I'm bullish. In the long term, I'm bullish. But it's like this. It's there. If we correct now, no one can be like, "Oh yeah, I didn't see that coming." You saw it coming. You saw the signals were there. You know what I mean, the price action is saying it. You know what I mean? We lost support. Like, we were trying to build a nice little support at 104. We now, it'll be great to close above that today, but it's not looking good because the price of Bitcoin now is like 101K, $600. So it's not looking great. So, you know what I mean? Like, you know what we want to do? If I'm honest with you guys, I just want to sell everything and start the portfolio all over again. But that's what I really want to do. You know what I mean? If I wasn't so well positioned, I would just do it, right? Because it drives me crazy because all these games that we're waiting for, you can still catch them. It's like this XRP. I mean, I love the whole thing for like entire cycle. If you bought XRP at November last year, you'll caught all the gains it made so far without having to be exposed in that altcoin volatility over the past 3, 2. Because XRP had a massive 4-year accumulation. So yeah, man. I mean, yeah, dude, it's hard to be bullish in the market right now. When you have the founder of Vine releasing meme coin, Cuban saying he might release one or he might not. And then Mr. Mist is saying he's not going to do it. But I'm telling you this now. I remember we did the prediction last year that come this year, you're gonna see more and more celebrities releasing more meme coins. I didn't think the president of the United States would be that, but he said the president. It's basically what him launching that coin basically said it's crime season. Because we know, like, that's what he's saying. That's what it's crime season. And let me, if not the president of Cuba now does the same thing, you can't say nothing. You can't say you're manipulating the market because you've done the same thing. But then, even though like he doesn't need the what's the market cap of Trump now? He doesn't need the billions. You know what I mean? But he still did it. You know what I mean? So all this is telling me it's crime season, and then I don't know how long we can maintain this bullishness for, especially when he doesn't announce anything, because the market is waiting. The market is jonesing for him to sign an order about, you know what I mean, anything crypto related around regulation, legislation, or even the SPR. You know what I mean? Like that's what the market waiting for, and then the market is not really getting that. I mean, obviously, we've been slow dripped, we've been slow fed like bit of goodness here and there, but the market is just making lower lows, and it's just not a good look. And man, I'm this close to liquidating everything and starting all over again because it's not too late. And then you can still make whatever. If they say there's 50% more upside in this market, you can still catch it. So yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, I mean, we are waiting for some positive catalysts, and I'm really looking to see what they are. Obviously, we made some predictions at the beginning of the year. I think everything has now changed. I'm still bullish long term in crypto in general, but in terms of this market cycle and in terms of what's left, I think the goalpost has now been moved.
In what way, Harris? What do you mean? Like it's been moved? Is it been moved further? Like instead of 7 trillion, it's now what 40s?
Just changed, didn't it?
I think the dynamics have changed. I think also because it's become now a bit more extractionary. So with all these new launches, you know, it's not people who are buying, you know, for the long time. It's buying to make a flip, and it's just the dynamics are just they're just different. So yeah, I think it's a little bit of a cause for concern, but yeah, we'll have to see whether that was the actual top. But yeah, one piece of positive news is that Ross Ulbricht, who is the founder of Silk Road, was actually freed by President Trump, who gave him a pardon. He was put in prison for over 10 years as he was the founder of Silk Road. And yeah, a lot of crypto and libertarian voters wanted that to happen, and Trump said he would make it happen, and he has. So that's one promise he's kept. And what do you guys make of that? And before you actually comment on that, he actually is holding about 430 BTC, which is valued at about 45 million.
He's up.
So,
He's up. He's out.
yeah.
Good man. Honestly, like I think this is one of the good news that, you know, have actually come since Trump has been in office. So shout out to him for holding true to his word. Said he was gonna pardon him. He did it, and I think it's well deserved. I mean, the guy served long enough for his crimes. You know what I mean? You have people that actually like traffic drugs, like El Chapo, get to 1 life sentences. This Dunning got 2 life sentences plus 40 years. Like, yo, who are you trying to punish him for? Like, you know what I mean? You're trying to punish his generations. Like, it's just not needed. Yeah, shout out to him for that. I hope he like, you know what I mean? And then think about it, he said he wanted to make sure that the talent in the US stays strong. And having him just rotting in prison, not being free, is just, it's not a good use of a talent. So that was a great move by him. I don't think anyone will push back on this too much because we all believe in being liberal, being free. So I think he did the right thing here. And then shout out to Ross, man. You know what I mean? Welcome home.
What do you reckon, Rick?
It's massive news for the crypto scene. Obviously, my man's been put away for no good reason other than making a platform that allowed people to buy drugs, people, guns, gangs to fund illegal activities. Anyway, I just think it's crazy that it's crazy that he was, instead of putting sanctions on what he was doing, they just threw my man in jail. Obviously, my man's sitting on hella BTC because he's been accepting BTC since inception. But yeah, I feel like his intentions with creating a site like that was always sinister. Like, he could have gone and created a Gumtree competitor or a Craigslist competitor, but my man said this thing's gonna be on the dark web and you can sell anything you want and it's all legal. So yeah, he wasn't thinking straight, but yeah, so it's good news because it probably means that Tornado Cash will be, like, the founder of Tornado Cash will probably be let off the hook as well. But yeah, generally I think it's good news for the crypto space, but bad news for people's perception of like crypto, because he's basically saying you can do anything you want with crypto and it'll be fine.
Bro, I told you already, man. It's crime season, fam. You know what I mean? Even though obviously Ross listen, Ross deserves to be free. I'm not saying to say like what he did was obviously wrong, and then I feel like he's more than paid his fair share of the penalty of that. You know what I mean? If you say you wanted to see him in prison for another 5 years, fine, they'll be. But he's done his time, in my opinion. But it's crime season, fam. Like, I mean, Trump has legalized that, and you know what I mean? I just hope he doesn't go too far, like how people were threatening goldfishes and trying to get people to pump their Bitcoin. I hope it doesn't go to that level, but it's definitely crime season for sure.
Well, on that note, thanks for listening to the podcast, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.